Pickleball is apparently the fastest growing game in America, and it all began in Bainbridge Island. This weekend they held a founders tournament where history and the future all came together. King 5's Tony Black has this story.
Called a homecoming of sorts, hundreds of players came to Bainbridge Island this weekend to play a game created on that very island, pickleball. The inaugural Bainbridge Island Founders Tournament wrapped up Sunday with more than 200 competitors, including our own superstar Chris Egan, hitting the courts at Bainbridge High School.
We're really pleased with how it went.
Brianna Kosowitz is the executive director of the Bainbridge Island Historical Museum, which put on the event.
I think people really enjoyed the opportunity to come to Bainbridge Island and play where the game began.
Everybody had a great time.
David Williams is the vice president for the board of trustees at that museum, and he also takes pride in sharing the game's history.
This is the birthplace of pickleball. Bainbridge Island is where it all started. Started in the summer of 1965. Three individuals, Joel Pritchard, Bill Bell, and Barney McCallum, are credited with inventing pickleball.
Williams says the game was created basically by chance when Joel's son Frank said he was bored.
You know, when I was a kid, what we would do is we would invent a game. And Frank Pritchard said, "Dad, we don't know how to invent a game. Will you help us?"
Pickleball has had a 650% increase in numbers over the last 6 years, according to the USA Pickleball Association. And it's a game that markets itself for players of all ages.
Something that can be shared by all generations. I think that's part of what makes it really fun.
During the tournament, players were taken via shuttle to the first pickleball court, where they had a chance to play a point and even take pictures. To put how big the game is in perspective, there's a competition for pickleball similar to the Ryder Cup in golf. This year, that tournament was held in Germany. That tournament's name?
It's called the Bainbridge Cup.
While the Founders Tournament will be back next year, Williams wouldn't mind seeing it joined by the Bainbridge Cup.
Well, that's kind of in our dreams, is to hold the Bainbridge Cup right here on Bainbridge Island, where it belongs.
Tony Black, King 5 News.
I love how it all started with boredom, right? That's how the best games start. You're bored, you're sitting around, you invent something like that.
A little
That's awesome.
creativity.
Yeah.
Goes a long ways.
It does.
Very cool. Nice day for pickleball today.
Yeah,
I think it was a great day for a lot of stuff because it wasn't too hot. You know, temperatures made it into the mid-70s again. It was a lovely day to be outside. We do have some more summer-like temperatures in the forecast. If you thought today was nice, well, warmer temperatures are in the forecast, especially by the middle half of this week. We were 1 degree shy of our average high today, officially hitting at 74 degrees. Nothing fell in the rain bucket today, and we are expecting a very rain-free, very summer-like forecast. And that's going to continue at least through Wednesday, probably through most of this week. Right now, it's sitting mostly clear and a temperature of 66 degrees. We will likely start off tomorrow in the mid-50s for most of us. So it'll be a mild start to the day. And temperatures with a full day of sunshine are going to get right back up in the mid to even upper 70s. High pressure starting to take control of the Pacific Northwest. And that basically is going to be with us through the remainder of the week. This is our upper air setup. The warmer colors mean warmer temperatures in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. And this ridge of high pressure is going to be parking itself over the Pacific Northwest the next couple of days to bring a return of those summer-like temperatures, especially areas in, say, western Oregon, the Willamette Valley. You may see temperatures in the upper 90s to near triple digits. We're not going to be quite that warm. We actually have a little local effect that's going to be having an impact on temperatures. This is our high-resolution forecast model for wind direction. And notice the wind, instead of that hot wind coming right off the Cascades, notice the direction of the wind by Tuesday afternoon is coming right from the north. Keep in mind that Puget Sound and the Salish Sea, temperatures of the water is still in the low to mid-50s, so it's not very warm. That's going to have a little bit more of an air conditioning effect with our air. And that's actually good news for us because that just means our temperatures are not going to get quite as hot as our neighbors down to our south in the Willamette Valley. So high temperatures the next 5 days. Believe me, still very summer-like. 76 degrees for a high on Monday, so back up above average. Then we are in the 80s on Tuesday, and it looks like the warmest day right now Wednesday, 85 degrees in Seattle. If you're away from Puget Sound, temperatures are probably going to be even warmer. And notice on Thursday, we start to see a little bit of a dip. Onshore wind starts to increase a little bit. That'll impact our temperatures slightly, but it does look like at least we'll stay in the 70s through the weekend. So here's how it all breaks down. This is your 7-day forecast. Might start off tomorrow morning with some very patchy areas of fog, but I think we'll quickly turn mostly sunny. The fog is only going to be impacting areas in those traditional spots. So if you typically see fog, that's what we're going to be seeing. Mostly sunny tomorrow, 76 degrees for a high. Again, warming trend all the way through the middle part of the week, then gradually cooling back into the 70s by this upcoming weekend. And by the way, this last weekend is Labor Day weekend.
Right.
At the moment, actually looking pretty decent as far as weather goes. Maybe a few stray showers on Sunday, but actually looking pretty good. So enjoy the summer-like weather we're seeing this week.
All right, Ben, thank you so much. Well, South Snohomish County rescuers, they rescued a dog which ended up in a very tight